every time I start to record, I just go up a notch on volume. I just need to calm down all the time I do it, and I'm like, all right, hi.
Yeah, but people like that.
Do they? I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit paranoid.
No, because it's just energy.
So welcome back to my channel once again. I'm sitting on my good side today. Yes, my sister was popular last time, so I had to bring her back to do another video.
Was it me or was it the subject? I feel like it was the subject.
Yeah, but I feel like it was both of us, because even Levi, he said like, more of this please.
We're a vibe. We be vibing.
And she made us some tea, even though I don't know if it's
English
the
tea?
best tea. In terms of like, it doesn't taste of...
What do you mean? Do you like it strong? Is that why?
Yeah, it tastes more milky than it does tea.
I like mine milk, that's why. Milky.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I don't like milk. So today we have an interesting subject. Well, I was going to ask you about the last video and how you felt about it, but
I was alright.
yeah.
What do you mean as?
I don't know, let's not talk about the mistake I did, but
Oh! My sister made a mistake in the last video. No, I was okay actually.
And did you like it though?
Yeah, I did.
Good.
It.
So today we're talking about what makes a man attractive. Now I'm talking about sexually as well, but I don't know if it's gonna fit all in a sentence. So I'm just gonna put what makes a man attractive, but I do mean sexually as well. I've got a bunch of questions for you, and then I'm gonna ask them as well, and then we'll take it from there. First of all, interesting, do you have a type?
Okay. I used to have a type. I'd go for like the same sort of looking guy, but I feel like as I've matured or as I've gotten older, it's changed.
What, your type has changed, or you
My
don't
type
have
has
a type?
changed. Yes, I used to have a type, but as I've gotten older, it's gone. Like that type that I used to go for has
And do you think like if you were to get divorced that your type will now be like your husband, or you?
That's a good question.
What would your type be now? And actually, what was your type before, Cam? Go on, let's talk about it.
No. First of all, God forbid, I don't want to get divorced. Okay, so let's not talk that into existence. But my type before, I don't know why I'm trying to say it. Just like muscly, but my husband's muscly. Black. And
does he have to be from a specific black country or any of them? Like, because I feel like you prefer the Caribbeans. Is that rude to say? I don't know.
I prefer Caribbean. Yeah, I do prefer Caribbean.
You know, in America, they're so open about this. Like oh, they go, oh, I don't date outside of my culture. But can you imagine a white person saying, I don't date outside of my culture?
Well, it can, because like, say if an Eastern European may not date the Irish person who's also Caucasian.
Yeah,
I think it is a thing.
When they say I don't date outside of
my race.
My race.
But yeah, that was generally. But alright, so let me just rewind. So when I was in school, I used to be more attracted to Caucasian men.
Okay, in primary school.
In primary school.
Yeah. Meaning when she was a kid.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was more attracted to Caucasian men. And then my sister got a mixed race boyfriend. Or was it a boyfriend? So you used to be attracted to like mixed race guys. No.
Who are you talking about?
Do you remember where you had an attraction for him?
Mixed race?
Yeah, I think it was Mayflower Church.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, your memory is so much better than mine.
Do you remember what he looked like?
A little bit, yeah.
He had short hair. And then after that, you started dating mixed race guys as well. And then I was like, oh. But then obviously I went a bit darker than mixed race.
I stopped at mixed race. Well, did I stop? I don't think I've ever dated a black guy.
No, you said you haven't.
Oh, well, actually, I've dated, but we didn't ever have sex. And actually, I really fancied him as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen him for ages. But yeah, and then I swayed to a bit darker.
So I went through like different things, right? So when I was in primary school, I was into English boys. Let's be very specific here.
Yeah, but English,
white English.
Okay.
Because it's either British. If you're British, you could be any color, but English is white.
Oh, okay. Right?
And then in secondary school, all of the darker boys, the black boys, they all fancied me, and I was like, oh, what's this then? And then that's when I started. That's when I started fancying black boys, but I never really did date a black boy. I only dated one black boy. And then I think I went to Cyprus, and then because I started dating, then that's when I started like feeling, and from Cyprus and he had a whiter skin, so then I started going, oh, I think I fancy these guys. But in terms of how they look like, it's so weird. I say I don't have a type, right? Like how they look like.
Yeah.
I don't have a type, but you're always like, oh, Nayna's gonna fancy that guy, and you're always right. So I don't understand how you know my type, even though I don't think I have a type.
I think if you was to line up your exes, you would see similarities. Like with so like with Gabriel's dad, and they look different, but there's a similarity between them.
Yeah, like they all have facial hair.
They're slim. You love a slim guy.
I don't like muscle guys. I don't know why. It actually puts me off.
I don't want like proper H, but I do want something. Like I want some muscles. I want a chest so I can put my hands down your chest. But yeah, you like slim, tallish guys.
So, but in terms of like, just like the face, because you know some people like, for example, Latin girls. No, but that's not really a look, is it? I don't know.
It is. I feel Latin girls, if you say like Latin or Hispanic, Spanish almost.
They have a particular like a specific nose and stuff. Okay, cool.
But yeah, I like clean looking guys. So I like a clean guy.
If he had like a long beard, would you not like it?
If it's clean, then maybe. And it's like nice and shaped up, then I wouldn't mind it.
Whereas me, if they look a little bit rough, like
like Jason Momoa type, or no?
You know, I don't really fancy Jason Momoa. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't know why actually. Okay, right, let's move on, because like literally we've been on like our types for ages. So, looks versus personality.
Hi, Mom.
I should have her on my channel one of these days.
You should, yeah.
So, looks over personality, is one more important? And I'm guessing when you were younger, one was more important. Or are they like 50-50?
You're right. When you're younger, it's all about looks.
Really?
Personality. You don't even think of a personality. Because you're young, you want the hot guy or the hot girl.
So then if he was a bit mean, would you just like look past it because he's so hot?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they say you like a bad boy, right? There's that thing of I want a bad boy.
Because I just feel like if you're honest, right, has any of my boyfriends ever been that attractive apart from like
Wow.
apart from like so I don't think I go for looks. I think I'll go for personalities. I feel like if they have a personality that I like, then I'm like, oh yeah, I fancy you. And then if they're a little bit like cute, because I find them cute.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like all my boyfriends, I don't really fancy.
Yeah, but mum would say that all my exes are ugly as well.
I've never fancied any of your ones either.
I should hope you don't. I've never fancied any of yours.
Because you know, like if you got with somebody who was good looking, was good looking.
Yeah.
He was good looking, but I never fancied him.
Yeah,
that's
but
good,
he had
it?
something about him.
Yeah, he was definitely good looking. Okay, and Michael's obviously he's
hot,
not ugly at all.
No, he's
in the
not.
Face.
We'll talk about Michael later. But yeah, so are you asking me personality over looks?
Well, yeah. So then now
What
has
is
that
more
changed?
important? Yeah, 100%. I think obviously it goes without saying, being attractive is if you find someone physically attractive, that is a must, right? I think that's number one.
Yeah, where I find that's more chemistry, but then you find chemistry in how somebody looks, but I find chemistry in how somebody talks.
Thinks. Yeah, no, 100%. I think someone can be really physically handsome or beautiful, but then if their mind is ugly, then that just takes them down to a 3. For me, so their mind has to be beautiful as well, or attractive.
Because like you said that you would tolerate somebody being like quite like mean and stuff.
Younger
back
me,
then.
yeah. So you. I
think I'd just give them a really hard time, like excuse me, and then I'd make them like chase me and stuff, and then they'd have to like be kind to me, and then horrible to everybody else, but kind to me. And if they want, then I'll break up with them and I'll be like, you don't deserve me, but then I'd be hurt inside. So I guess that is a little bit of tolerating, because now if you're mean to other people, like no, that's a no. Yeah. But before, if they were mean to other people, I was okay with it. Oops. Right, so if they were like, okay, because now we're going to talk about now versus then, and I don't really want to do that because I want to talk about now as a woman. Like, so if they had like 20% of them was like good looking, but then the 8% they were like not good looking. Wait, so what is that? So 20% good looking
on looks and 80% on personality.
Yeah, what are you thinking about that split?
I need I'm gonna sound so shallow, but I need 60% on
Okay.
looks and 40 on. Wait, no.
Because they can have 100% personality, but if they only had 20% like on looks and they had 100% personality, like so their personality was perfect, but they were only 20% handsome to you.
Okay, no, I need 40% handsome then.
If they had 100% personality.
Yeah.
Okay, so 20% is a bit too low.
Yeah, because I need some. I don't know if I'm not attracted to them, it's hard.
Yeah.
But then you can also be attracted to their minds, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What about you? Are you okay with 20 and then 80?
I think so. Because like, all of them, I think all of mine, they've been a bit 20%. And then like 100%, not 100%, but higher percent on the personality.
What about if they're 5% attractive? And 95. 95 on personality.
A little bit attractive, like a little bit. No, I think that's too low, isn't it?
Okay.
I'm sorry, we're standing shallow here. Okay.
I know.
You're
This
right.
is our own opinions though.
So if they were 100% like, oh my gosh, you're so hot, but then their personality was only like 20% of what you liked. 20%.
I need, what, 20% personality?
Yeah.
No, I need, because I have a big personality already. And if I have someone who's like, what, an example of a rubbish personality or...
Just that you don't match and you only match the personality 20% of the time. No, it has to be like...
We need to match.
What's the
Maybe
minimum?
50-50 then. Because I feel like personality is a big thing. Like nowadays, for me, if I can't have a conversation with you, a decent conversation with you, then it's like, well, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So maybe I retract what I said. Maybe more personality than looks.
Because you can have like 100% of this and 100% of that. We don't need to like 60-40 or nothing like that. So, what are the character traits that you find attractive in a man?
Okay, so the phrase of alpha male. So an alpha male is someone who's intelligent, confident, and just like can own his space and stuff and in control. I like that aspect of it, but some people relate alpha male to someone who's like
In control of you.
Yeah, in control of me. Not that sort of alpha male. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone who's confident, knows what they want, is intelligent in their mind, and has ambition. Is that traits of personality?
Yeah, I think so. So I'm just thinking about the alpha male. So does he have to be like stronger than other males, or he just has to be strong? Do you want him to be stronger than other males in the room?
That goes with confidence though. I don't want him to like be in a room and feel like other men are not eating him, but like overriding him. But then I don't want someone who's like too confident where they're like a bit like
intimidating.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah. So, but what?
Or arrogant. I don't like arrogance.
But what about if he's equal to everybody in the room? Do you like that, or do you like the guy who stands above others?
No, I don't want someone who stands above others. I know Mum would.
Oops.
She likes men like that, but for me, no, I don't want him to like stand out in the room and be number one. But as long as he's not at the bottom.
Okay. And why do you like somebody who's confident then?
Because it's sexy. I find confidence sexy. It's like knowing who you are, knowing yourself, knowing your worth. Yeah, I like someone who takes ownership of themselves. You don't like someone confident?
It's just not something that I would put on my list, no.
Oh,
I don't know why.
what's on your list
Because I
then?
like... right, so let me think about this so I don't rush it. Character. So somebody who's kind, somebody who's intelligent, who knows how to explain things. And then somebody who's sexual. I don't know if that's a character trait. I think that is a character trait, like somebody who likes sex.
Okay, so like they're sexually active.
Yeah. Yeah, so somebody who's just kind and somebody who's into sexuality. But like if he was like a bit shy and he felt a bit like intimidated by other guys and so then he didn't want to speak, that wouldn't put me off. I'll be like, let's get out of this room because obviously you don't belong in this room because these guys are too intimidating you, so let's leave. So it wouldn't put me off as such.
Okay. So if he was like that for everything in his life,
then I feel
okay.
like let's get some lessons. Let's go and like get a coach. Like, first of all, do you want to be like that?
Yeah.
And it's not that he's scared, that it's just he doesn't want to be around them, because he just doesn't. It's like me, like if everybody's talking, I would go quiet, and I don't really want to talk if everyone's talking. And if that put a guy off, I'd be like, oh, well, we're not a match then. If he wants me to be like, no, I'm speaking, wait a second, do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
It's being like, so if you're in a room and you're not comfortable with the people around you, then I guess that person won't naturally want to talk anyway.
Yeah.
But if he's in a room, if you place him in a room where he's confident to talk, then maybe that personality will come out, like that trait will come out.
Yeah. And if somebody is a bit confident to just like talk above people, even though like nobody wants to listen, that will put me off. I'll be like, oh, people don't want to listen to you, why are you doing that?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
It's reading the room as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so what about physical traits? You've already kind of mentioned it, like, so you want muscles.
Yeah, I want like something. I want you to work out.
Okay, because you want the bigger body. You want his body to be bigger than yours.
Yeah, no, my body can't be bigger than his. But I know some women who don't mind.
Yeah.
Just because when I hug you, I want to feel safe. I don't know why, but I feel like if I hug a slim guy, no offense to slim guys, okay? But I just feel like I wouldn't feel safe. But then saying that was beat the name, yes?
Yeah.
Yes. He was slim. But then did I feel safe with him?
Yeah, because
Not
he was
really.
taller than you. So even if they're taller than you but they're slim, that would be a bit not your type. What if they were the same as you? Do they have to be wider than you?
Maybe
It's
by like
okay.
2 centimeters. I just prefer like thicker guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so physical attraction, yeah?
Yeah, physical traits.
Yeah, so someone who works out. I don't want like I said, too big, because like sometimes you see hench guys who can't even move properly. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want a stiff guy. And just someone who's like clean, who's clean and looks after
And you don't mind if they have long hair or short hair? Or...
No, as long as it's like looked after.
Oh. So me, physical traits, I don't know, this is gonna sound like I like guys with light eyes.
So no brown-eyed guys.
Even though like it can happen, but like I feel like I am more attracted to people with lighter eyes.
To be fair, it does look beautiful, especially when it's in the sunlight.
I do like some facial hair. It doesn't even have to be groomed. It could be a bit messy. I don't like really long hair on guys though, even though my son has long hair.
Yeah, but how long? That long like yours?
I think it's because I dated a guy once and he had dreadlocks.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it.
From the get-go, you didn't like it.
I thought it was interesting, and now but then when I got with him, I was like, I don't know if I like it, because like you said, is it well kept and stuff? And
He didn't used to keep his dreads.
No.
I like dreads when it's clean, like when it's nice and tidy. When it's messy, not for me. But yeah.
Yeah, but then you know when the guy like ties his hair and he's got long hair, I find that quite sexy.
Yeah.
So
that's really sexy.
But having said all of that, if a guy didn't have light eyes and he had long hair and we had like
a connection,
then I'm not gonna be like, oh sorry, you're not my type. It's just like what I prefer to look at
on paper.
So what does he have to do? Because so now you fancy him, right?
Yeah.
And he's got all these traits that you fancy, but still he has to be able to turn you on. So what is it that makes you sexually attracted to a man? For him to like, for you to be sexually attracted to him, does he have to like, or do those physical traits turn you on? Like, you know, the one dominating the room and stuff.
That's a really good question.
You can take your time if you want.
So what makes me turned on by someone?
Sexually attracted to them, where you're like, oh yeah, I wanna. Maybe you should think back to like the first time before you had sex with like something, and what was it that you were like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get him in the bedroom?
Do you know what? Definitely the way he carried himself. Like he dressed really well, and it's something like about the way they touch you, but like not sexually, but just like I don't even know, like just like a simple hug or something,
like the flirting stuff.
Yeah.
I
feel like if you are not connected with them, like attractive in that way, then I think it's a no-no for me. If I'm not attracted to you mentally, then I feel like I couldn't. It'll be hard to get wet, basically.
Okay, cool.
Did I answer that?
You gave a few little answers, yeah.
Okay.
I'll just add to it, really. So like you said, there will be like some flirting.
Yeah.
And it will be like, pushing the boundaries a little bit. So far you've not touched my hand yet, and now you've touched my hand. Or so far you've not had the courage to like hug me, but then you hug me, and it's like, oh, he's pushing the boundaries a little bit. So those little things of like flirting and pushing the boundaries arouse me and makes me want to sexually be with them. The smell of them, the perfume. What else do I sit there and I'm like, I want
So
him.
if they smell nice, it's like, oh yeah. If they stink,
sexually,
then no.
Even though that's not been a problem in my past.
What, someone being stinky?
Yeah, and I just didn't.
What about they stink? No, because Michael doesn't smell. Even if he goes gym, I've done it. I smelled his armpit and I was like, no, because he says he's never smelled. I was like, prove it then. So he went gym, done his workout and stuff, and he came and he didn't smell.
Really?
No. What? So I think it's the way he kept himself, his house as well, what he eats, whether he showers regularly. I don't even know.
I need a list of everything he does. Okay, and then also the way he looks at my eyes. Yeah. Like, you know, when
eye contact.
The eye contact, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The eye contact. And then I guess then the kissing part, right? If he kisses you, right? And then he's like slow kissing you and that he's teasing you and maybe like he'll bite your lip or something, then all of that is like, okay.
What about if they're rubbish at kissing? Hey. Would you like teach them, or do they have to know how to kiss?
I wouldn't say like no to them, but I would get put off. So then I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I want to get him in a bedroom. I'd be like, oh, I don't know if I want to have sex with him, but I won't dump him or anything. I'll just be like, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
But I'm not like dying for it. Whereas all the other things, if you do the other things right, I'm like, oh yeah, and I just want to get him in the bedroom. Right, so then he gets you into the bedroom and he has to maintain that sexual attraction. And what does he have to do?
Kind of like what you said though. Sorry, go on.
Because I was gonna say, right, that it will put me off if we get into the bedroom and then he starts taking off his clothes really quickly and he's like, yeah, and then he'll rush the whole thing and I'll be like, whoa, and then that will put me off.
But say if like you guys went out for dinner or something, I see it in the movies, I don't know if it happens in real life, it's never happened to me, but like say if you like go to eat and throughout the whole time you're like, oh my gosh, I want him, and he's like, oh my gosh, I want you. There's been like flirty conversations, and then the moment you guys get in, you're like, let's go.
So if he takes off his top as soon as he goes, let's go, and he takes off his top, do you find that attractive then?
Well, it's never happened to me, but in the movies it looks good.
Because it's happened to me where a guy's taken off his top and I'm like, whoa.
But maybe there wasn't that build up.
No, I think there was a build up because I was sexually turned on already and I was like, oh yeah, I want him. And as soon as he took off his top, I was like, what are you doing?
Is it because you thought that the whole thing was going to be rushed?
Maybe, because he took off his top and it's like, well, first lay me down and kiss me and then you take off your top after that.
You want like slow motion? But I don't know.
I want him to take off his top when we're in bed. Like, don't take off your top before we get into the bed. And you know in movies, they would take off their clothes before they get in the bed. I don't think that's sexy. I want him to do it.
Oh no, I'm the opposite. Really? I like it, yeah. Because it's like, so you're laying down and then he's like takes it off and then you see his body and then he comes down. You. Yeah.
So then, okay. But what about the opposite? Have you ever like push the guy into the bed and then like start taking off your clothes? I've never done stuff like this. It sounds quite interesting to be the one that, because I just want to be the man's position all the time now. I'm like, I'm gonna dominate you, I'm gonna push you around.
But I think they find that sexy. Correct us if we're wrong, but I find, well, in the movies again, I see that all the time, and then the woman goes and climbs on them.
Yeah, I feel like I want to do that instead of the opposite.
Yeah, but then would you take your top off as they're laying there, or would you wait until you're in the bed?
I think so, because for him, I think that he likes to see my body before I get into bed, whereas me, I don't need to see the body.
I just want the D.
Yeah. So maybe it's because like, yeah, men appreciate looking and I don't appreciate looking.
Okay.
And maybe you appreciate looking so you don't mind.
Yeah, I want like a little glimpse before. Oh. And even like when they take off their pants and stuff, you're like, yeah.
What if he had really slim legs?
When he's big at the top?
Yeah.
No, luckily my husband's got thick legs. Because I don't know why, I like it thick. I'm talking about the legs, guys. I like thick legs.
See, it depends if it's muscular, because if it's thick and not...
Oh no, I meant like muscular
defined,
thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like footballers' legs.
Yeah, because if it's not defined, it's a bit like...
I've never seen a thick leg without it being muscly. Oh no, I mean muscly when I say thick. What was that question again? You're in a bed.
I don't remember anymore.
Oh, it wasn't on one of the, okay.
No, I just took it there. Sorry guys, that cut off somewhere. I don't know where that cut off, but we were just talking about what keeps you interested in a guy sexually and what he does over time.
Yeah.
And you were saying,
I said space. Sometimes I know it's hard because I'm married, but when you give each other space, you give time to miss each other, or you have time to miss each other. And just being friends, like being friendly, because there's times where in my marriage where it's like a bit, we're like angry at other things and then it affects us, like our connection. But then when we're both like happy or in a happy space, it's easier for us to feel connected because we're both in like that positive energy.
Yeah, but I think you're right. Space is something that you miss, and I think if you keep up the flirting, that playful flirting, the little banter and stuff like that, then I think you're bound to stay attracted to them. If you're like bantering and stuff, and if you're a bit cheeky and stuff. Yeah.
And I think that we're making effort to do that because you can lose it. Like
when you live with somebody, I don't want to live with anyone.
Well, mum says to have 2 houses.
Yeah.
Which I do not disagree with. But ain't nobody got money for that.
Maybe like 20 minutes away from each other would be good. Walking distance, 20 minutes. That would be good.
It's just harder because when you have kids, what do you say?
What do you do when you have kids?
I guess you can be like,
50-50.
So one house will be like, and then you just swap houses.
It will be like a divorced couple co-parenting.
But not divorced. Why does it have to be divorced? Like sex life. I know they were divorced, but do you remember they had their main house?
They had one house, and then they
will swap.
They will swap who was in the house.
But you're still married.
But I still kind of want to sleep with him most nights though, so...
Yeah, but then you go.
Yeah.
You will have sex, you will keep it up, and then you will go to your own space, or he will go to his own space.
But then maybe the kids will be like, why is Daddy not with us today?
Yeah. Maybe Sundays will be the day where it will be like, stay together.
Or maybe other people in the world will help us build a model that would be perfect, where we can live apart and still raise a family together. Like, how is that?
Well, Will and Jada, not that I know them, but then again they have allegedly they have an open marriage, but I think in one of her table talks she was saying that his room is down there and her room is down there. But yeah, so I just think giving each other space and keeping like a nice energy between you can maintain that physical attraction.
And flirting and play fighting.
Playful,
I like a bit of play fighting. Right, so if they had 100% looks, 100% personality, and then the sex was like 30% good, are you keeping him? Bearing in mind, he's very handsome, all the personality is there, but his penis is just not doing it for you. Is it a no-no?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so.
That means that it's
because
really
I don't need 100% looks and 100% personality.
So how much percent do you need of the sex for it to like be a no-no? Is it even higher than 50, isn't it?
Yeah, it's higher than 50. I'd say 70.
70. Yeah, that's a reasonable one. So 70, okay.
Yeah, it has to be. Because if it's like dead, it's hard to get work up. Because if they just ain't got it, they ain't got it. And I'm not in a space where I can teach you. I can't.
Because some people just don't have rhythm, and I don't know what to do with those people. And they just don't, like, they're just a bit awkward. And then if you tell them what to do, and then they're like, okay, and then they just awkward again.
Yeah.
But maybe there's hope out there somewhere. I don't know. Teach some people.
Sex lessons.
So what about if it was 100% sex? So you really good sex.
Yeah.
20% looks.
Okay.
And 100% personality.
Maybe we can do it behind closed doors. No, that sounds shallow. That sounds rude.
You mean like with the lights off, or you mean like he won't be your boyfriend?
No, as in like we won't be public on the road.
But you'll take the sex and,
I'll
and
take
the company.
100% sex. Yes. Yes, please. 100% sex. No, can I nudge it up to 40% looks? Or does it have to be?
So first answer the 20%. Is it like a no in public then, like husband material?
Oh, I'm gonna sound so shallow. Okay, no. 100% sex, 100% personality, and 20% looks. Okay, I'll take it.
You take it?
I'll take it.
I'm just wondering who has 20% looks that's like,
yeah, I want an example.
yeah, where they're just like,
Who's the guy from from Queen. No, but he's quite attractive. You know, Queen Charlotte's George. Is he 20% or?
Yeah, he's 20%. Yeah.
Is he?
Sorry, I hope he never watches this.
Oh no, I'll take Queen Charlotte.
Actually, he's higher than that. I think he's a 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's higher than that because he's cute enough.
Yeah.
Because if you're cute enough, yes, please, I'll take the 140.
But I need an example of the 20%.
Yeah, me too.
Someone
And I can't
famous.
really think of somebody who's just like, are you handsome or are you not handsome?
Oh, I
Mind
don't
you,
know.
George is a little bit like that, where you just kind of like, wait, are you handsome?
What George?
No, from the Bridgerton thing.
No, because when he first came into the scene when she was climbing up the wall and he gave that nice smile.
I was a bit disappointed, was you not?
What?
I think because he had nice teeth.
His teeth looked a bit, okay.
Each to their own. I didn't know. Okay, I don't know. Maybe yeah, I'll take the 20% then.
Okay.
Are you gonna give me another option or no?
Yeah, so you're saying that minimum 40 then, and then you would take him?
Yeah, 100% sex, 100% personality, 40% look.
Okay, I think I'll take 30% look. Actually, I think I'll take the 20% look. If he's good at sex as well, oh my god, and his personality, then yeah, I'll take. I was gonna say, it depends if he has something really like, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but then you can't pick and choose. He's giving you 100% sex.
What do you think of women who like make a list of what they want in a man, and then they just like religiously like, you know, like if you don't have nothing on this, if you don't have this, then no. What do you think of that?
Well, I have a story about this. In my single days, I used to go Cyprus every year to visit Anna, and we sat, I think it was like by the beach with all her friends. And was having lunch, and I was like telling them that this is my list of what I want in a man. It was just basic. Like, when I have a husband, he's going to change the kids' nappies.
Yeah.
When I have a husband, he's not going to smoke. He will, I can't remember what else, but I was giving them a list and I was like, oh, good luck finding that. And I stuck to it.
Yeah, and you found it.
And yeah, Michael doesn't smoke. He changed the kids' nappies. He's a hands-on husband and father. So
what about if it's like really particular things, like he has to have like this amount of money coming in, this type of job, this size penis, this size height? Because you was into taller guys.
That's
and Michael's
too much.
not. So Michael's taller than you though, isn't he?
he's taller than me. I think he's 5'7" or 5'8".
But before, I don't think you would have.
But I would. My husband is not my type on paper.
He's
but
somebody's type on paper.
He's
though,
someone.
Isn't he?
Well, he is good looking, but
Yeah.
just like I said earlier, he just wasn't what I would usually go for. But I think having a type can actually. I think we're looking at it the wrong way, you know. I think if you go back to your type or your exes, none of them are here.
Yeah.
So maybe changing it, like the list, I don't know, I think that's what's going wrong in people's potential, finding someone potentially, because you just have such a list and it's not realistic. But then saying that, I don't think you should lower your standards.
And that's what I'm learning, right? Is that we pay attention to how we feel about a guy and not about what
is in front of you.
What is in front of you, and not how he makes you feel about yourself, but all you think about is how you feel about him, and not how he makes you feel about yourself and what he is. And now more than ever at my age, I'm just like really looking at him, not how I feel, just you. Who are you? And if you're not nice, no. And if you do something wrong, no. And as women, I don't think we do that. I feel like we just pay attention to this little flutter in our heart, and it's like, oh, I like him, and that's that. And it's like,
it's that phrase though of like, I don't know if it's a phrase, but it's like, what are you bringing to the table? I'm bringing this, but what are you bringing to this table?
Yeah.
I think that's quite important to, like, when you're going into something, to understand what purpose they're bringing for you.
So I think we should have a standard about how they make us feel, but not about what they are, but how they make us feel. So I don't want somebody to make me feel ugly, jealous,
Yeah.
So if you make me feel these things and it's a no, I think we should have a list about that. Like, how do you make me feel? You make me feel safe. So it doesn't matter if they have like this job and it pays this much, they make you feel safe, but it's not a particular amount that you need. It's like they just make you feel safe. They make you feel secure.
Because I feel like if you keep going by this list of like, they need to make this amount and they need to have this job, you could miss a potential life partner if you believe in a life partner.
Yeah.
Because like you said, if someone's there and they may not have 3 things off the list, but if your mind is set, no, they need to have all this, you're gonna miss out.
But me, even if I had this list and it was supposed to be, I'd feel the chemistry and I'd be like, okay, forget my list then, because then I'm gonna go with him because of how I feel.
But some people are like really stubborn in their minds, and they may not understand how to navigate those thoughts.
So how he feels about you, does that make you attracted to him?
Yeah.
So if he really fancies you, it makes it even more like a big thing.
Yeah, because you don't want someone who's not attracted to you.
And have you ever been attracted to somebody who's not attracted to you and you carried on fancying them?
No.
Because you know, for me, that's like a massive off-put. If I know he doesn't fancy me, like that puts me off. It's like a proper soft boner for me.
I know that, but the opposite, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but men like the chase. So like if someone's not attracted to them, they like
I don't know
that
why
chase.
that is.
Why
like,
is that,
You
man?
tell a guy you don't like them and they carry on chasing you. Whereas me, if a guy says I don't like you, I'd be like, oh my God,
okay, bye.
hide forever. Bye.
But do you think it goes down to like men
Thinking they're the chaser?
Yeah, it's like they're used to getting rejected anyway.
Do you think that they're gonna think that they're gonna get somewhere eventually or something? Like, oh, if I carry
think they
on.
just try their luck, and then until they manage, or if they don't, then they just move on. There's so many options anyway now.
Yeah.
I don't even know. No, if someone doesn't fancy me, then I'm not gonna stay.
But I'm asking you that question because like when I know that a guy really fancies me and he's like my type, that makes me fall in love with him. I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, does that happen to you when you just know that he likes you that way?
Yeah.
Like, for example, before you knew that he liked you and when you found out, did it make all these feelings in your chest? Like,
Yeah,
oh my
it's
gosh,
exciting.
he likes you, he likes me back.
Yeah, it's that exciting, giggly feeling.
Yeah, I think that's what makes a guy attractive as well, when he fancies you back, basically.
Yeah.
I've got a point here just to say that it will be different for all women, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
And we're just giving our point of view
opinions,
here.
yeah.
So just to say that. And really we should just match with what we like and not listen to other people's lists and ideas and just look at our own. Yeah.
But it goes down to like knowing what it is that you want. I was listening to a podcast with the Diary of the CEO, the one I sent on the group chat, and he was just like, do people even know what they want? He was speaking business wise, I think. But do you know what you want? Like if you really sat there and thought, what do I want?
In a guy, it's so simple. Like I said, like I just want somebody who's kind, who loves me and who has eyes for nobody else, and who's sexual. Like just these really simple things. But for me, because I concentrate on the God's problem way more, then I don't really think about that.
Okay.
Like when you were younger, did you think about marriage and stuff like that? You know?
It wasn't really in my to-do list, no. Marriage wasn't it really.
Because you know, like some American girls, for example, they have this like book of like their wedding dress. Did you ever do stuff like that?
No.
Me neither. Like it wasn't even.
I think Anna did. No, I never had that dream dress that I always wanted, or I never.
But you knew you wanted kids, right?
I knew I wanted children. Yeah. But then I was with an ex-partner once who made me feel like I didn't want kids, but maybe it was because I didn't want kids with him.
Okay, so if he liked you, I'm getting to the end now. If he liked you 60% and you liked him 80%, are you gonna be alright with that?
So me liking him more.
So you like him more than he likes you, but you know that he's not really into you 100%. But then he's got all these traits of like, oh, he's handsome, he's good at sex, he's got good personality, but he only likes you 60%. Are you gonna like keep that man?
No. I feel like, I can't remember who's told me before, I don't know if it was mum, but they should always like you more.
Or at least equal.
Or at least equal, but I want them to like me more. Just because I feel like I'm in control of the situation, which I'm probably not, but it just makes me feel like if they like me more or the same.
But I just feel like, what man is gonna accept that though? Like, oh, I like you more than you like me, okay.
So do you think it needs to be like the middle?
Dead on, same, 100, not even 80. Like 100%, you like me 100%, I like you 100%, yay. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. If it's 60 on his behalf and 100 on mine, no.
What if he liked you 80 and you liked him 80? Are you okay with that?
Yeah. What if it's the same?
Same, but it's 80, so you're not 100%. Like there's that 20% that's like, oh, I don't like that, or I don't like that. But I like all the other stuff. Like, are you okay with that? Or do you prefer not to even know that?
Yeah, I prefer not to know it, but you can feel it, isn't it? And you can see it. I've never had, this is gonna sound so silly, but I've never had someone who didn't like me a lot. Sorry, that sounds so cocky. But yeah, they've always like been into me.
But then I feel like when you get into arguments in long-term relationships, that ends up being like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. So then it ends up being less than 100%, and that's what I can't do.
It is. There's a lot of negotiating in relationships, to be honest with you. But that's life, isn't it? Sometimes it's like a scale. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes it's like that. But a lot of the time it's you help each other to be here. Are you like Adrian Bylone, where she's like, or Adrian Holton, where she's like, do you remember in The Real when she was saying like, I'm gonna have sex every day in my marriage, and the other girls was like, yeah, right. Do you want it to like be 100% all the time? I
don't mind taking breaks and stuff and taking breaks, but I want it to be like a break where like I miss him, not a break where it's like, oh thank God, like I get a break.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I want to be missing him and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, I want perfection in my relationship, and everyone tells me it's impossible, so then I'm waiting for perfection.
I would love to speak to Adrian Bylone actually, to ask her, because she's the same. She thinks
to see if she still has sex with him.
Well, just to see if it's like up all the time. But I don't know if it's...
I could imagine her saying, girl, I was talking way... No, it's not like that.
But they seem... Like in their videos, they seem like their chemistry is always... But then you never know if it's real.
Yeah, because like, I feel like... I don't know. I feel like she's a bit annoying. And he might get annoyed with her, but he doesn't admit it. Oh, God.
I like... sometimes when you need to work on things though, because it just helps you learn from the other person. So I don't mind when it's like rocky sometimes.
So to close off, why do you, after everything we've said about being attractive and what makes them attractive, why do you think people still mismatch with people?
I think it just goes down to knowing what you want. Sometimes people think they know what they want, but then they don't, and then it can get a bit confusing and blurred.
And sometimes people dress up the present in fake things, and then in reality they're not those things inside, and then it comes out in the end. So then what you thought you signed up for is not what you signed up for, and then that's why it goes wrong as well. Like, because they fake it.
And also self-worth. Like back in the day, some of my friends, or a particular friend, I don't think she had any like self-worth or self-love, and then she just allowed like men to treat her however, and then she would accept it. So I feel like knowing your self-worth and self-love is very important. What do you think?
Why do people mismatch so much? But I think you said it. I think it's that we're not honest about what we want, and then we settle for less, or we just lie about who we are, and then it comes out in the end. And that we're just a bit immature, so then we go for things like his looks and not his personality, and then in the end, oh, his personality was important.
Yeah.
And now you've learned his personality is important, so it's just, yeah.
What's up?
I don't know, I got tired.
Oh.
I feel tired now. I want to go to sleep.
Already? Didn't you nap already today?
No.
Oh.
So, I have here, last note, to be yourself. Because we also, what we don't want to do is try to be attractive for somebody else. Like everything that we've just said, oh, now I should try and be attractive for Nayna because Nayna has this type. It's like, no, be yourself.
Yeah.
And then whoever's going to find you attractive, that's your true match. Like, don't try to be attractive for somebody else because that's their type. Like, be yourself. And that's what I do. And I find it works for me. Do you find it works for you? Just to be yourself?
Yeah. I mean, so I think I went through a phase where I didn't know who I was. Like in my acting days.
Yeah.
I was very much of a people pleaser. And I got lost with who I was because I was always like trying to make this person happy, make that person happy.
And how did you come out of that?
A lot of like self-reflection, meditating, trying to find out who I am, spending time with myself. I think it's important because you can, like what you said, if you're not yourself. But then do people know how to find who they are or who they... I think you're good at that because you spend a lot of time with yourself and you understand who you are because of that. I think if people don't have that time, it's hard.
I feel like, I don't know if Mum told you about twin flames when we were younger. I don't know if you heard about that.
Oh, you guys always used to talk about that.
But I took it so literal when my mum was talking about soulmates that I was thinking, if this person doesn't love me, they're not my twin flame. So then my standard just went boom. So then if they proved anything, I'll be like, okay, so you're not my twin flame, all right? Well then, bye then.
Give that time.
Yeah. because it needed to be perfect, because I believed in that perfection of the twin flame. So that's why I think that my standards was so high, abnormally.
So are you saying that you don't believe in a twin flame now then? Or
Yeah, I think my belief has been shaken so much that I don't know what's real anymore. But I do know that I want it to be real.
right.
I want it to be real.
Do you think you can have more than one soulmate?
I don't even know if soulmates are real. I don't even know if God is real.
I know.
I don't even know what's going on here.
I don't know if I believe. Like when you guys used to talk about the twin flames and stuff.
Did you?
It was
believe in
never yes or no. I believe in like feeling that attraction for someone and you guys having that connection, but someone else can step in and break that connection, and then I'm like, was it even a connection then? And I don't know if I believe in soulmates. I believe that there's someone out there for you, but then there's a lifespan. So I don't know if I believe in forever.
And so then my literal brain took it so literal that I was like, okay, well then if it's not forever.
I remember you used to say that.
And if you can be broken by somebody coming in between us, then it's not real.
Wasn't real.
And so then no, like, yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna carry on being myself.
No, be yourself, because like you said, there's someone out there for you that will love everything about like your flaws, if you have any. If you know who you are, be yourself. If not, discover who you are.
All right, well, thank you for listening. Thank you for coming back on.
You're welcome. Give us some views.
Yes, and some comments. Okay, until next time, bye.